Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Dave here. Thank you for coming by Surviving New England. Let me adjust. Apologize for the... how's everybody doing? Well, I hope. I would just want to start this video by saying I've been banished from the forest by the mosquitoes up here. I'm in New Hampshire, up in the northeast of the country, and brutal mosquitoes. Absolutely insane. So I'm just doing this video in my brother's backyard. Thank you, Big Brother Bob, for having us. He's having a nice cookout this weekend. I went for a hike yesterday in McCabe Forest, and I had a head net and long sleeve shirt and everything, and I was absolutely accosted by thousands and thousands of mosquitoes. My hands are covered in mosquito bites from holding the camera. I, of course, didn't think of bringing gloves with me because it's in the middle of the summertime, or the end of the summer up here, and I just didn't think of it. And I thought the long sleeve and the head net, I'd be okay, but it was really bad, guys, really bad. Anyways, this video, I've done a video on water, which is extremely important in survival, or anything, camping, hiking, any of that. Water is huge. I had uploaded another video about freeze-dried foods, which is fantastic for hiking, camping, survival, anything really outdoors. I've even had the occasion to not have made the supermarket in time before and have fed my kids with Mountain House freeze-dried foods, and they love it. I enjoy it as well. But so next on my list of the important can't do without things would be fire. There's lots of ways you can light a fire. This is not a how-to. This is just, I'm going to list some ways that you can get flame. So let me start and just go down really quick. The reasons for that you would light a fire are boiling water, which is key for clean water or drinking water. For heat in the cold weather, in a situation where you're freezing to death, of course, fire is key. For cooking meat, you could, if you're out hunting, camping, anything like that, you have some meat that you might have brought along with you. You're not going to eat it raw, so you want to cook it. Lighting up your camping area or your setup, just to keep it lit at night. Comfort and peace of mind to have a fire. If you're stuck out in the woods in a survival situation and you're going to huddle up next to a tree in the pitch dark and it's just going to scare the crap out of you. So having a fire for comfort, really just for something to look at, and it just kind of a little peace of mind. Another reason for a fire would be to keep the critters away, keep bugs away, just keep some things out of your camp that you might not want creeping around, right? Signaling for help is another huge reason to have a fire. If you're in a situation where you want to be found and you want to be seen, and night falls, lighting a fire is a great way to be seen from distance. And there's more reasons for a fire and more ways that a fire can help you in a survival situation. But I just listed a few here, and there's plenty of ways to light a fire. Just a few would be a lighter, simple cigarette lighter. You could use a magnifying glass with the sun, but that depends on if the sun is out. If the sun's not out, you're not going to get a fire going with a magnifying glass. Or a clear bottle of water you can also use to light a fire by using the sun. That will magnify the sun's rays through the water, and you could light a fire with the sun and some very dry kindling. A ferro rod, and they make a bunch of these different types. I'm slightly addicted to them. I have tons of them. They're really great. They come with this stupid cheesy thing that hangs off of it, which I think is useless, but I hold on to it nonetheless, just in case I don't have, I just use the spine of a knife, and it's really simple. You strike it, get this black coating off of it that comes with it when it's brand new. I'll scrape the coating right off of it right away, and then you use the back of your knife. Don't use the blade because you'll destroy the blade. Use the spine of your knife. Strike it into a dry pile of tinder or something like that to get your fire going. These are fantastic. I carry one all day, every day with me, everywhere I go. They make these. These are fantastic. They're little zip fire lighting blocks. They're awesome. I use them hiking in the wintertime if I can't feel my fingers and I'm a couple miles out in the forest and I'm getting cold, and then maybe I was making a video and my fingers are freezing, I light this just simply on the ground, and it gives me 10 minutes of heat just to kind of get the feeling back in your fingers. Of course, as always, the standby matches, but they're tough to keep dry. That's the problem. That's why I'll always refer back to a ferro rod, because you can always get a spark no matter the weather. These are stormproof matches. These are really cool. They have a little rubber grommet across the top that seals it, so if you drop this in the water, it won't get your matches wet. These are extreme heavy-duty fire lighting matches. They're awesome, windproof, and all that good stuff and junk. And it comes with a little striker on the side of it. This I just purchased the other day. This is just a chunk of fat wood. It's awesome stuff, you guys. I'm sure you know about it and have already seen it. But some of these videos are geared more towards people that are kind of just starting out. And this is fantastic. It burns hot, hot, hot. It lights with a spark you can light. And you just take this and you shave some pieces off of it, get a little pile going, get your kindling bundle ready and stuff like that always before you start a fire. I also will carry a pencil sharpener with me. And what you can do with that is you take these small little sticks the size of a pencil and you put them in and you just get little shavings out of it, okay? And you get a good pile of these shavings. Nice good pile. When you think you have enough, you don't. Double it. That's kind of the key. That I use that with collecting firewood, anything like that. If you have enough firewood for the night, you think it's enough. It's not. Double what you have, even triple what you have. The last thing you want to do is to go hunting for firewood in the middle of the night, in the middle of the forest, or wherever you may be. Now, there's other little things that I'll carry as well. In here I have cotton balls, and they're saturated with Vaseline. I don't know the chemical process, how this all works, how it burns, but I just take a piece of this Vaseline-covered cotton balls. It takes a spark right off the bat. Also, they sell these things in pretty much any kind of camping aisle of any store. These little fire lighting sticks that will burn nice for you. So it takes the fight out of trying to keep a fire going. I want to say too, as far as wherever you light a fire, if you're going to have a fire on the ground, which in a survival situation, most likely that's going to be your scenario, you're going to be on the ground, lay wood down on the ground first and light your fire on top of the wood. If you just to start a fire on the ground, in the grass or in the dirt, all the moisture from the ground will suck that heat and the flame, and you'll be fighting the fire the entire time. You know what I mean? And the simpler the better that you can have a fire, of course, is what everybody wants, right? So those are just a few things, you guys. I wanted to run that by you, and for some people out there, like I said, beginners, nothing beats a lighter. So don't go into the woods with a ferro rod or a flint and steel, or with a bow drill, and think that you're just going to go out there and magically light a fire. Nothing beats a lighter. A Zippo is even better, but then you got to carry fluid and all that. I have multiple lighters. I keep them in every bag I have. I always have one on me, not only because I am a smoker, I'm sorry, but because of just to have a way to have flame. I will say, in the extreme cold, I have noticed you can't light a Bic. I don't know why. When it's really, really cold, I can't get a spark from a Bic. And that's why I suggest something, this ferro rod, to have one of these, to carry. It's so small and so simple to not carry one. There's something wrong with you, right, if you don't carry it. And as I always will say, and my son Grady, I drive him crazy with it, I'd rather have it and never ever need it than need it and not have it on me. Thank you so much, guys, for coming by, and I'll definitely see you on the next one.